Alright, what's up, guys? So we're here tonight, Friday evening here after work, and have my 2009 Dodge 2500 Cummins, 6.7 Cummins, and need to do some ball joints on it. I did the driver's side about 2 years ago, and now my passenger side ones need done to pass inspection. So gonna work on that. If I remember correctly, it wasn't too bad. I rented a press from AutoZone, so hopefully that'll work again. I know you're supposed to have use the bigger one. The Snap-on makes a bigger press, but it's probably some other people, but I don't have that. But I think I did all right with AutoZone one last time. So we're going to give it a try, and hopefully goes good. Got some snow coming tomorrow. Going to have to do some plowing. So I want to try to get this done tonight and finish up tomorrow morning. So here we go. Alright, so got the wheel off. We're going to have to take the rotor and the caliper and pads off. So you can notice I have it turned a little bit so I get my big 1/2-inch impact on. My caliper bolts, this one here, and the one down the bottom here, they were kind of rusted on. Usually they come right out. I have anti-seize on them, but it was giving me trouble, so I had to put a little PB down on there and give it a little bit of heat. So I moved this wheel sensor wire. It was, there we go, it was attached through a couple little guides along here, so I moved that out of the way just to get this bolt. So I'll take that off and we'll come back from there. Alright, so we have the brake off and out of the way. Got the rotor off. Now I start soaking some these bolts for the wheel bearing assembly in some PB Blaster. And I'm going to take this little speed sensor, whatever you want to call it, wire out, and then we'll go ahead and try to get this wheel bearing off. We'll have to obviously get the axle out of the way first. So we're taking this castle nut off, cotter pin, and we'll pull the axle out of the axle housing, and then after that, like I say, we'll try to get these 4 bolts out. Sometimes you got to put a socket and extension in there and use the power steering, turn the truck on, and pop that loose. This one's looking pretty rusty, so I'm thinking we're gonna have to do that. So see what happens. All right. Alright, so Had to run and get a socket for this axle nut. Thought I had the right size, but I didn't. Turns out it's a 1 11/16. And the kit I had everything around it, but not that, so I had to go to Tractor Supply, get that. So now we have that loosened. And we got the bolts that are for the wheel bearing assembly. Got those out, and I like to turn it so I can get an impact on, or just get a little better grip on the ratchet. Have a breaker bar here too. Sometimes these can be tight, but I've been soaking them in PB, so we're gonna see if it'll come out on its own, or if we're gonna need to put a socket and an extension here. Okay, so I ended up having to put a socket in between here to get it off. I put one on the top, bolt on this side turned, hit here, pull up this side free, and then on this side I did the bottom bolt and put it up against the steering dampener mount here. So that worked good. Alright, so we can get this off. Alright, we got the ball joints out. I had to heat it and heat it up to knuckles and put the ball joint press on it. And as I was cranking down on that with a ratchet and a breaker bar, I would take the sledgehammer, and what works good is you just tap that, so you get what I'm tapping, super hot, and you have your old joint press. The top one pushes down through, and this one goes down through like that. And you just use the cups that work with the top and the bottom. And then yeah, comes out and clean up both the surfaces inside your knuckle. And then I have the new ones in the freezer, so they're shrinking, so hopefully they'll slide into the knuckle. Alright, so got the upper ball joint in, got the lower ball joint in, got the knuckle all cleaned up, wire wheel down, make sure the surface is clean, and maybe put some anti-seize in there if you have it, and in where the I just put grease in where they all come together, knuckle and the ball joints. So hook the tie rod in back up to this, slide the axle back in, and we'll go from there. Alright, so it's all back together. Got the rotor back on. Tie rod's hooked up, new ball joints are in. Everything's torqued. Cotter pins are in, all the castle nuts. Got the caliper back on, reran the speed sensor line and the clamps. Plugged it back in, tucked it up behind the fender. That's all good. So it should be good. One thing I noticed with the kit, the ball joint kit I got from AutoZone didn't actually have the right cups and pieces that I needed, but I made do with what they gave me and some scrap metal I had, and some sockets and whatnot to get them pressed in. But yeah, I don't know why they don't have the right stuff. Maybe that's why you get the actual kit made for these. But anyway, got it done. So yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.